I can't wait to see you when you get back. But let's talk about this poolnado video. So you all the time talk about, you know, water spouts over water. It's called a water spout. Over land, it's called a tornado.
Right.
But what about over a pool?
You don't see this very often. In fact, I have never seen this.
Of the water that it came from that direction.
It's possible. There have been, I would say, more than, you know, a half dozen water spouts the last couple of days all over the Gulf. Not just right here, but Cape San Blas, there was one yesterday. We saw one Gulf Shores yesterday. So, yeah, look at that.
That's so
I mean, I think it forms sort of in the same way a little dust devil, maybe a land spout kind of forms.
And I love it how the pool attendant has no idea that this is happening. And he's just going about his day, you know,
it's a new water feature. It's a new water feature at this pool. Seriously, wouldn't that be cool if it was?
Love it. What do you guys think? They're busy, you know.
They're practicing.
They're coming. There they are. You were busy. You were busy wiping off the biscuit and the cornbread and the fudge off your face.
We're not done yet. Jen, I'm telling you, we're not done yet. Wait till you see the next.
Amazing for all the fun events you guys are doing out there. We've got the zip lining, of course, as you just saw. Now, I want to take you into the kind of weather that you're going to be dealing with throughout the weekend. Midsection of the country, Midwest, back into the plains. We've got a lot of rain to talk about. I mean, you look at what's happening right now. And again, Chicago, again this morning, we've got rain not too far away, south of town, especially getting some steadier stuff. And we go all the way down towards Kankakee, where we are in it, down towards Champaign, where we've got some spotty showers. And in between, the ride right now is a very wet and slow ride, no doubt. You're having those windshield wipers on here trying to keep up with the rain. That's what we're going to be dealing with right through the day today. There could be additional rounds of rain. Indianapolis, we got it in our forecast, and you are in the red zone for the potential of storms with hail or damaging winds. And there is an isolated tornado risk as well. You see the risk for storms back towards St. Louis. You see the risk for storms in Branson, where the guys are this morning. That's going to pop into the afternoon. It's isolated, but the chance is there. And then you see that chance for rain right back into the plains right through the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and really beyond. We're going to see this area continue to get browns of showers and thunderstorms, clusters of showers and thunderstorms that form and roll right along this region. This is the kind of pattern that brings us some big rainfall totals. Easily 2 to 3 inches of rain. There's going to be some spots that locally get more, and for anything that just sort of sits over top and dumps rain for an extended period of time. And when we see this pattern, sometimes we see that training of thunderstorms where storms move over some of the same areas, and you end up getting some big rainfall totals and big concerns. I mean, Oklahoma City, that was our story throughout the month of May, right? And now we're getting back into a wet pattern. Starting this morning, Oklahoma City, this line has now just moved in. It's not necessarily that it's any severe weather. It's just that it's putting down some very heavy rain, and we are going to watch the concerns that this kind of pattern is setting up right for the weekend. I mean, we look for Oklahoma, back into Kansas, the risk for a widespread area of 3 inches and maybe some local spots that get 5 to 8 inches of rain. This after the state of Oklahoma had our wettest May on record. We're getting back into a wet pattern. We're also watching western Texas. We're watching southeastern Texas as well. And we take you up into Colorado. We've seen this thunderstorm just sit right now here south of the Denver area, dumping very heavy rain, and a new flash flood warning has been issued for the areas including around Castle Rock. The Plum Creek just shot up to flood stage, and so the concern is there is going to be some flooding happening, potentially flash flooding in and around the Castle Rock area, and then going downstream as well. So concerns right now, this flash flood warning, Highland Ranch, Parker in it as well, goes until 1 o'clock this afternoon. And this is a concern that we're going to keep an eye on right here at the Weather Channel. All right, these are your top weather headlines. Let's go over and get your top news headlines, including what's happening in Colorado. Anaridis.
Good morning, Jen. Good morning to you at home. That's right. We have a laser focus on Denver right now. A messy morning commute for the Denver metro area. Authorities are asking drivers to give themselves some extra time this morning, and we have a ground stop in effect at Denver right now until at least the next hour. In the meantime, Colorado's for this hour, we switch gears and tell you about this. You've most likely heard the phrase, the cost of doing business, but is that cost too high when it comes to climate change? The Weather Channel spoke with 25 of the most influential voices on climate change as part of our Climate 25 series. Now, Jen, we've been talking about the summer heat settling in a lot of places. Weather.com did a poll of how hot is too hot for you. For us, I know the dew points matter.
But it totally does, Anaridis. I mean, because really, you know, temperature it feels differently on your skin when there's more moisture in the air. It feels worse, I have to say. So let's talk 10th time this season, believe it or not. 10th day, we are going to have a 90-plus degree day and potentially some record heat today in the area. Going to 93 degrees today. The record to beat is 95. So we're coming within 2 degrees. We stay at 90 tomorrow, drop 1 day, break in the 80s and back up to the 90s for a few more days. The story is that the Mid-Atlantic going to keep on staying warm at least through today, maybe into the start for the weekend. We're going to see temperatures well into the 90s. Look at Philadelphia for you today. Close to record high temperature. Richmond 91. Allentown, Pennsylvania, you look like one spot that may actually break the record high for today. And with that record heat, we've got heat advisories. Philadelphia, Baltimore, D.C., all in those heat advisories. The air quality, a concern as well. And we've got some of those concerns here in gray. You can see all the way from Harrisburg back towards Philadelphia. All right, coming up, 43 minutes past the hour, we say good morning to you in Nashville. Look right now at Vanderbilt, where it's a beautiful day again. We got temperatures that are going to be warming up very quickly into the upper 80s. This has got to be the best week of the year to be in Nashville, right? We got the CMA Fest going on. It's been underway, and it's been warm. It's been sunny. No rain, and we're not expecting rain. We take a look at the forecast. We've got temperatures today, upper 80s, sun and clouds. You get a few clouds out there to break the heat from time to time. It does warm up a few more degrees. Classic summer-like warmth here, a little above average, but not record-breaking heat. We got temperatures in the low 90s for us by the time we get into Saturday and Sunday. Now, humidity is going to be increasing throughout the entire southeast as we get through the weekend. Watching this area of high pressure continue to build back into the southeast, and the southerly winds are really just going to bring up a tinge more humidity, but really we're not going to have a lot of rain chances. That high overhead is going to suppress a lot of the thunderstorm development. So what we'll have is heat and humidity, and you know how that goes. Then we have to start worrying about the heat index as we get through the next long stretch of days, actually well into the weekend and next week. These are the temperatures: 96 in Charleston, 94 in Jacksonville, all a bit above average, but we'll factor in the humidity, and the heat index is going to be several degrees higher than this throughout the entire southeast as we get you into next week. All right, let's go back out to Branson, Missouri. We've got Jim Cantori standing by. He had to give his cowboy hat, or you had to give back the cowboy hat you were borrowing, didn't you?
Yeah, I love
Jim, fantastic job to everyone out there. What a great show it's been. We've been loving watching it.
How much fun. Sam looked like Iron Man out there.
So cool.
On that